In this video, you're going to learn 6 social media content ideas to engage your audience. Let's get started. Hey guys, Angie with Gensler.com here, and today I want to share with you some engaging social media post ideas. Now, engaging your audience on social media can be very tricky as a small business. Oftentimes you feel like you're posting to crickets and no one is commenting or liking your content. And part of the reason for this that a lot of business owners might be experiencing is the content is primarily self-promotional. So if you have followed other businesses on social media, you often see that the posts are all me focused. They tend to be constantly promoting their products, their services, and all the wonderful, spectacular things about them. And this really causes follower fatigue. Your followers don't want to be hearing about you all the time. You really need to be making your content about them. What is it that really intrigues and interests your ideal customer? What kind of value can you provide to your followers and to your ideal customer on social media? Now, there's a lot of different ways to provide good, valuable content, but one of them is to share the love. Now, share the love is actually a category of post ideas that I have within my list of 100 post ideas for social media. So if you don't have a copy of that list, you can get a free copy over at angiegensler.com/cheat sheet. And in today's video, I want to walk through 6 of those ideas. They all fall within the share the love category, and these post ideas are all designed to really engage your audience and provide additional value and support to your followers and your audience beyond just self-promotional content, which there is a time and place for self-promotional content. In fact, the remaining 20 ideas that I walk you through in this video series are all self-promotional content. So make sure that you hit subscribe so that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel and you get notified when I publish the remaining 20 ideas in this 100 social media post ideas video series. Okay, so let's jump into the 6 ideas that I have for you today. They are ideas number 75 through 80. And the first idea is number 75, and it is share gratitude. So if you have a really incredible customer, or it could even be an employee that you have, or just one of your followers on social media, give them a shout out, tag them in your post, and offer gratitude. Share why they mean so much to you. So to help you create your own share gratitude posts, I want to show you a few examples of some posts on social media. This first example is from Flo and Root, and they're sharing this photo of one of their customers, and in the post they're sharing why they are so grateful for her. And in this next example, this is from Petty Candle Co., and they're sharing a customer photo of all of their products in their customer's home. And they're saying, customer love, we love to see that you have almost our whole collection. So they're offering gratitude and appreciation to this customer. And here's an example on Twitter. This one's very simple. This is from CCC Restoration, and they just have an image that says thank you for their business, and they're offering more generic gratitude to all of their customers. And then this final example on LinkedIn is offering gratitude to the company's employees. So they actually held an employee appreciation event, and they shared a little video with some images of the event and talked about why they are so grateful and they love their employees so much. So I hope those examples showed you that sharing gratitude can be really simple. It can be a quick photo or video, and then you just share why you're grateful for that person. And don't forget to tag them in your post. Okay, now idea number 76 is a fan photo. And this can be photos from your customers that you share on your social profile, or it could be a photo or a post that you found from one of your social media followers that you felt that your ideal audience would also appreciate. So again, when you share their post, make sure that you give them credit for the post and you tag them in it. So let's take a look at a few examples of some fan photo posts. So this first one comes from the Wooden Whale, and they are sharing a customer photo of their custom table, so one of their products, in their customer's home. And they're also offering some appreciation. So this post could actually double as a share gratitude and a fan photo. So it's also somewhat self-promotional in this post, but by tagging your customer and offering them appreciation and sharing their photo, you're also sharing the love. Okay, the next example is from Shorebreak Pizza, and I love this photo because they have this adorable little girl and this humongous pizza, and they are reposting their post. You can see they've used a special reshare app to reshare this customer's post. So they're sharing the love by resharing this account's photo, but it's also somewhat self-promotional by showing off their incredible pizzas. So those two examples are somewhat self-promotional. Let me show you a couple examples that are zero self-promotion and really just about sharing the love. So I went to my Twitter account, I went to my followers, and Larry Kim is one of my followers. And I went through his feed and found this post that I really love. It says, "Why People Give Up." He has 9 different reasons why people give up, and then this nice infographic. And all I'm going to do is just retweet this post because I think it's a really great post. So I'm sharing the love with Larry Kim by sharing his content and his post with my audience. Now let me show you one more example. This is from Divine Purpose Magazine. Again, they are one of my followers of my Instagram account. And I saw this post on their feed. I thought it was a really good image and a good message. I can use the share icon and I can share it out to Facebook or Twitter, or if I had a special reposting app on my phone, I could use that to reshare it on Instagram itself. Okay, let's move on to the next idea, and that is number 77, which is a cause you support. So do you have a favorite charity or an organization that you support or like to get involved with? Share it on social media, let your audience know about it, and tell a story about why it is so important to you. It allows your audience to see that you have a broader vision of the world than just your own self-interests. So let's take a look at a few examples of some cause you support posts. So this first example comes from Jenna Blondie, and she has a very simple image of her interacting with some children on a mission trip. And as you can see, it's not the highest quality photo. It's slightly blurry, but it really gets the message across, and it shows that she's really about serving others and doing charity work, and it allows you to see her in a whole new light. Now this next example is from Guindero, and he's showing an image of a shirt that they custom designed to help support the Pink Ribbon Foundation in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And what I love so much about this post is that it doesn't fall in line with the traditional imagery that you see around supporting a charity or around breast cancer awareness. But what it does do is it appeals to this account's ideal customer. This Instagram account is filled with images of tattoo art. And so this image of this shirt falls in line perfectly with the type of content and imagery that appeals to this account's followers and their ideal customers. Now let me show you one more example. This is on Twitter, and this is just a simple video. It's, not very fancy. It's very short, 13 seconds. And they're talking about how they distributed over 250 meals. It's a really simple post to create, and it's a great way to show your audience that you can think beyond just your own self-interests and beyond your own business, and you're helping to make a broader difference in the world. And that's something that people like to see on social media. It makes them feel good, and it makes them want to continue to follow you and engage with your content. Okay, let's move on. Now I want to share the next 2 ideas together. Idea number 78 is to interview a customer, and idea number 79 is to interview an expert. Now I want to put these together because the examples of these 2 that I'm going to share with you, they really cross over completely. So whether you're interviewing a customer or you're interviewing an expert, the type of content and posts that you can create is very similar. So think about, what customers do you have in your business who are raving fans, who would love to share a few thoughts about why they've worked with you, why they've bought your products, or why they love you. Share that with your audience. And then when you interview an expert, think about people in your industry or your niche that have information or knowledge that they can share with your audience that will appeal to your ideal customer or to your audience specific interests. So let me show you a few examples of some interview a customer and interview an expert post. So this first example is from Uptown Springfield, and it's just a simple video taken right in front of their store where they're interviewing one of their customers to learn about her shopping experience within their store. Now this next example is also a customer interview. This is on Twitter, and again, this is just a quick video interview. Looks like it was shot from a phone, very casual and informal, and they just asked the customer, hey, why do you love the Farmer's Boy? This is for an inn. Why do you love to come here? And the customer answers, very casual, very easy post to create. Now this next example is actually an expert interview. So I wanted to show you that your customer interviews and your expert interviews, while a video is great, it does not have to be a video. So this example is just a photo of a product, and then in the status update, she's saying that the founder of that product shared her regimen for sensitive, congestion-prone skin. So they are sharing expert advice, but not in a video format. Now this next example is on LinkedIn. It's from Legal Button, and again, it's not a video. They are interviewing an expert, and they shared the details of that interview in an article on their website. So they are trying to lead their social media followers back to their website to engage in this expert interview. And then the final example is on Twitter, and this is a tweet they shared promoting a podcast interviewing an expert in their industry. And you can see they added a video with some audio straight from that podcast to kind of tease it a little bit. So you could post your customer interview or your expert interview directly on social media through a video or some text content, or you could house it in a blog post or a YouTube video or a podcast and just promote that content on your social media channels. Okay, so that leads us now to our sixth and final post idea for today's video, and that is number 80, allow a takeover. Now, takeovers are huge on Instagram, and that's where takeovers traditionally happen. Now, some people have tried a takeover on other channels. They just don't work as well on that channel. So if you're going to do a takeover, you really want to focus on Instagram. Now, if you're not familiar with what a takeover is, that's when you allow someone else to take over your account for the day. So for example, you could allow one of your employees, one of your customers, or maybe another influencer within your niche to take over your social media account and post on your behalf for that day. So let me show you a few examples of some takeover posts. So this first one is from UMD Clark School, and they have allowed one of their students to take over their Instagram account for the day, and she's posting on their behalf. And I love this idea because it's showing prospective students what a day in the life of a student is like. And the next example is from I Love Manchester, and they have enlisted a photographer within their city to take over their Instagram profile for the day. And throughout the day, she posted some really beautiful photos from all throughout Manchester. So takeovers are a really easy way to get high quality content on your newsfeed, but they're also a great way to partner with complementary businesses within your industry. Now, as I mentioned earlier, takeovers really work well on Instagram, but that doesn't mean that you can't promote them on your other channels. So the Boston Ballet promoted their takeover on their Twitter feed, and they are driving people to go to their Instagram stories to check out that takeover for the day. And Larkin Associates also did the same thing on LinkedIn. So they're promoting the takeover that's occurring on their Instagram stories through LinkedIn. So they're trying to take advantage of those LinkedIn followers and get them over to their Instagram account to check out that takeover. The other thing that I really love about takeovers is that it allows you to leverage the audience of whoever's taking over your profile. So this works really great if you can get a fellow industry influencer to take over your profile, because they're going to be posting all over their social media profiles like, hey, check me out at so-and-so's profile today. I'm taking it over. And so that's a great way to not only get more engagement on your content, but hopefully draw in some new followers. Okay, so those are the 6 post ideas that I have for you today. Make sure that you hit subscribe so that you get notified when I publish the remaining 20 post ideas in this series of 100 social media post ideas. And don't forget that I have that free cheat sheet for you of all 100 post ideas. You can get it over at angiegensler.com/cheat sheet. And if you want even more support, I encourage you to go check out my social media content calendar over at angiegensler.com/calendar. That calendar has 365 days of post ideas all planned out for you, so you don't have to think again about what am I going to post on social media today. So check out those great resources I have available for you, and I'll see you in the next video.